Yeah, so what we're doing here, I've been asked by a customer to build a raised bed really. So what I've done, I've started laying a course of blue bricks, and where those blue bricks are at the moment, there was originally a fence, and there's like a bit of wasteland before we get to the neighbour's fence at the back. You can see there, around about 2 foot of space really, that was taken off the customer's land. So I've taken the fence down, laid these blue bricks, and then I'm building a raised bed with railway sleepers to get over the problem of all that rubbish and concrete that's at the back. So you can see there the 2 course of blue bricks, and I've put the railway sleepers on and fixed those down, and then I've covered it all with DPC, and I've filled it all with pea gravel. Took about 6 ton altogether. So the reason I've done that is we're going to bed some slabs on the top and then put some pots on in the end. Then at the back of that you can see I've put the fence posts in and the rails, and I'm building a sort of a feather edge bordered fence all the way along the back, which takes the land then back to the original boundary for the lady. That's the whole idea, just to gain that space back. The whole project is probably about 50-60 foot long actually. It's quite a long stretch, and it's been quite a good project. I just thought I'd put this on really to demonstrate the sort of things we can do sometimes to get over these problems. So I'm just here, just putting the feather edge boards on. These are 5-inch boards. They lap over an inch, and then we just nail them on as we go along. Put one in the top there, and then we can get the level on it and plumb it up. As you can see what's happening there. We just plumb it up and then put 2 nails just down the right hand side through the thick side of the board, and it goes through the thin side also as we lap them over of the previous board. So it's it's quite a steady job to do. So that's really what's happening there. And we just sort of work our way along. But what I've done, I've put a board right at the far end, and the one when I started, and then I've strung a line through so we can keep them all nice and level across the top. So really it's just a matter of each one. A mark on the previous board there, 25mm, and then that nail that, put it up to the line, put the first nail in, and then stick the level on and plumb it down, and just work my way along. It don't take very long actually. You just get into a rhythm of doing it, and before you know it, you've got to the other end. And it's a nice day, so it's it's lovely work to be doing outside. And you can see there that I put DPC all in the hole of that trough before I filled it, and that just protects the wood. Pea gravel, it's self-draining anyway, so any water that gets in there, it'll just seep right through to the ground at the bottom. So the railway sleepers, they're guaranteed for 15 years, they're pressure treated, and so's the fence. So it's going to last a good while this before anything needs doing to it again. And it's it's really got over that problem. The other way I would have had to have broken all that old concrete and stuff up and probably just slabbed it, but I think this has made a nice feature at the end when we come to see the finished project, as I'm sure you'll agree. So I just thought I'd put this on here just to give people ideas of certain things we can do when we've got these problems to overcome. She's had 1 or 2 people look at it beforehand, and they've never come back to her because there was a bit in a fix and knowing what to do, it's going to be a big job and so forth. But I've just took the fence down and suggested things as we've gone along, and this is what we've come up with. So I think it's worked out pretty well in the end. I'm just starting to pick on a couple of boards there, and it's just like an opposite pair, so it's just made nice, a nice quiet figure, I thought, in the fence. It don't happen very often, but sometimes you come across that, so just thought I'd show you that. But you can see the 2 nails here, look, 2 in each rail as you go up, 2 there and 2 at the top, and that's all we do, and then just work our way along. So there, I've bedded some slabs on that pea gravel, the same slabs as she's already got on the patio, and you know, the customer, she's put some pots on there. I put a rail around the top of the fence just to finish it off and give it a bit more strength, and I think it looks pretty well now. Quite pleased with that as a project. So, and the customer's over the moon with it. So it's worked out really, really well. Got over that problem of the concrete and the rubbish behind, and also gained the customer's land back, as you can see from the grey fence on the side going back. There's a couple of foot, you see, of extra land which rightfully belongs to her. So that's what we've done there. Yeah, so all in all, it was a satisfying project, and I was really pleased with it. And I don't know what you think. Give me a like if you like it, and any comments or any questions, I'm always happy to help out and answer them. I'll catch you in the next project.